Ralston is second in the league for being fouled. She's drawn 6.6 again. And she leads the league in steals with 5.4 again.
They are.
So crucial action at Surrey Sports Park.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming up for Archers, number 2, Abigail, number 3, Ralston, number 10.
Well, good afternoon, Basel fans, and welcome here to the Surrey Sports Park. This is a WBBL fixture between our hosts, the Sevenoaks Suns, and the visitors, the Cardiff Met Archers. Well, I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside a debutant here in the commentary world, Nassim Bilal, nephew of the great Andrew Bailey. Nassim, welcome, but first of all, introduce yourself to the fans watching.
Hello, everybody out there watching. My name is Nassim Bilal. I like to think of myself as a basketball connoisseur, writer, coach, just overall big passion about the game. And like you said, my uncle, a former BBL legend with the Newcastle Eagles, former England player, Andrew Bailey. So yeah, I've got basketball blood in me. Looking forward to this game.
Well, Andrew Bailey, one of the greats of the BBL, of course, as you mentioned, had some primetime years with the Worthing Bears, not to mention the Newcastle Eagles, and was a key player in the international setup. But right now, it's all about WBBL basketball. So coming into this game at the moment, the Cardiff Met Archers currently 5th place. Now, it's been a tough start here for the Sevenoaks Suns. We're talking about a team that's dominated the WBBL for so many years, but at the moment, they're currently sitting in 8th place with only 2 victories. But that could all change here tonight. Well, the starting lineup, so you can see Julia Koppel along with Janice Montecana, not to mention Renaissance Bush and Arian Bradshaw, a local of the Boston area. And now we are set for tip. We have a slight delay in tip-off, of course, as the players have just been told, I believe, just to have the shirts tucked in, as it is a rule here of the international hoops. Well, coming into this game, of course, Isabel Bunyan, number 10 here for the Cardiff Met Archers. She is their leading scorer, averaging, well, excuse me, no, Mara Marchizotti, excuse me. Well, the tip is underway, and we're off here as Montecana gets the first possession. Sevenoaks Suns here at home in the navy blue with the golden zip stripes. There's now Renee Bush here being heavily guarded. He's going to attack the basket, bit of contact, kicks out, good ball movement. Well, Montecana, she can make these. The 3 is up. Again, beautifully timed offense there.
It was great presentation by Bush, just probing the defense and then swinging it open to the open shooter. And Montecana knocks it down. Beautiful shot.
Well, Cardiff Met Archers now trying to respond down the other end. A little bit of a penetration here by Bunyan. Kicking this one out to Lauren Saiki. Trying to put the moves on now. Going down the middle with a penetration. Goes in with a left-handed. Fangerol doesn't get it. And Bradshaw with the rebound now. Well, a bit of a frustration foul there.
Just a foul there just to stop the transition there. Unfortunately, Lauren Saiki couldn't quite get the layup.
In the 5 games she's played so far here for the Archers, 8.4 points per game. Now, I had it wrong, of course. It's Shannon Hatch, the captain of this team, who is the leading scorer for the Cardiff Met Archers. She is averaging 20.4 points per game now, but the Archers picking up their first personal foul here. Julia Koppel now, the Austrian international. She'll take the long shot, doesn't get it. Wide open look is now Cardiff Met Archers able trying to capitalize. Saiki with the hesitation. trying to break down this defense in the corner. The three is up, and the three is no good. And now, Julia Koppel, he doesn't come up with the rebound, goes in with a fang roll, too much on it. Maybe a bit of anxiety there in the transition play for the Suns.
Yeah, I reckon so, man. I think both teams are just getting the jitters out. Missing kind of lay-ins that they probably should make, but I think in the next few possessions we're going to see a lot of shots start to fall.
Well, it was Judah Fritz, the Hungarian international, who went for the shot in transition, but now the Cardiff Met Archers are trying to get things going here. Handoff now of Lauren Saiki. She goes down low here in the post turnaround and get easily tucked away there by Mara Marchizotti.
Absolutely. When in doubt, feed the big. So that was a great entry pass by Lauren Saiki for the easy finish.
Larry and Bradshaw now here. Debut season this season now with the Sevenoaks Suns. Renee Bush now finding Bradshaw. Now she can light these up from the perimeter. It goes under the screen. The three is up and the three is in and out. And Julia Koppel trying to follow up, and Saiki comes up with it. And now the Archers here with an opportunity in transition. Saiki now looking to go down the middle, looking for a dish off. And it gets beautifully passed off there. And the Cardiff Met Archers finished by Isabel Bunyan.
Absolutely beautiful. And speed kills, and that was great penetration and just kicking it out there.
Well, Monicana with a pump fake. Trying to attack down the middle, bit of contact. And Janice Monicana, the bank isn't open. And now the Met Archers, again, will try to capitalize here. They're leading 4-3 here. Remember, they currently have one more victory than the Sevenoaks Suns this season. As Marchizotti here in the low block, got it by Koppel. And the shot is up by Hatch. It's no good. A loose ball on the floor. Again, she's left wide open now. She is that top scorer. The three is up, but still can't get it to go. Monicana with a rebound.
Yeah, I think the Sevenoaks Suns are a little bit lucky on that one. They got to run out and get a hand out to them shooters.
Well, Koppel now trying to go in the post, goes up and it forces up a circle shot. Somehow, someway, Julia Koppel puts a little bit of Vienna on that one.
Yeah, with the lovely reverse finish using the basket or the rim as protection. Lovely finish.
Well, Marchizotti now here, being heavily guarded by Julia Koppel. There's the pick and roll. Defina, no interception from the Sevenoaks Suns. You can see Judah Fritz just committing I wouldn't say it's a blocking foul, almost a pushing foul.
See some pick and roll action happening with Marchizotti.
Well, baseline ball here to the Cardiff Met Archers. As Lauren Saiki now will inbound this one. He gets a mid-range, a little bit short off the front iron. Arian Bradshaw with the rebound. Now they got numbers here. It's a 3-on-2. Bradshaw's going to kick out to Renaissance Bush now. She'll pull up in the mid-range. She'll take it. It's a front iron, no good there. But now Cardiff Met Archers wasting no time here. As Lauren Saiki crossover in transition to mid-range. And it is beautiful basketball from Lauren Saiki.
Amazing. Lauren Saiki getting to her spots, just at the left elbow there for the beautiful jump shot in transition.
Renee Bush here going to hand off with Judah Fritz. Fritz will go in. She goes in with another little fanger on. Kisses that one off the backboard. Well, the Hungarian international has now come ready to play.
Yeah, there's a lovely curl off the handoff there for lefty lane.
Well, Hatch now, that top scorer being guarded by Janice Monicana. Just trying to get things going offensively. As Marchizotti here in the key turnaround. Doesn't get a good defense, but another offensive rebound from the Met Archers. The jump shot is up by Hatch, and again, 15-foot right in the face of Janice Monicana, excuse me.
That was a beautiful shot. Shooter's going to shoot. Got to close out a lot quicker, but yeah, great shot.
Well, Bradshaw now handing off to Judah Fritz. Renee Bush being heavily guarded. Trying to go baseline now, finding Monicana. Beautiful time, and again, that is showtime. Sevenoaks Suns basketball.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Bush there just drawing attention of the defense, passing it to Janice Monicana for the wonderful, wonderful layup. There we go.
Well, foul in the low block. It's going to be against Julia Koppel. Mara Marchizotti just trying to find that post position. Defensively, could be a bit of a problem here for the Suns. Sideline ball now here to the Cardiff Met Archers. You kind of get the feeling with this game it could go right down to the wire. I mean, in previous seasons, with players such as Kat Carr and obviously with T as well, teams have come here and roll over very quickly. But at the moment, many teams coming here, finding their confidence. Well, Abigail Yunkin now making the penetration, finding Lauren Saiki. She'll take the mid-range. Doesn't get it. as Millie Watkins picks up a rebound. Renee Busch, the penetration, takes a slight deflection coming off the hands of Isabel Bunyan, so it's going to be a sideline ball here to the Suns. We'll keep you updated with the score at the moment. Sevenoaks Suns leading this one 9-8 against the Cardiff Met Archers. Arian Bradshaw now will inbound us. We have a foul off the ball. But you kind of like the way the Cardiff Met Archers defending it, putting their hands in the passing lanes, being very aggressive.
Absolutely. They're being very aggressive early on. You know what? I think trying to use some intimidation there. And that's always a good tactic as long as they don't pick up fouls, which unfortunately they just did.
Well, Bradshaw getting this one inbound here to Renee Busch. Finding Julia Koppel here, guided by Marchizotti. Looking for a kick out, finding Montecana. She's made 1-3, takes another one, and it is Janice time. Montecana hour.
Janice is on fire, and if I'm not mistaken, she made a 3 from that same spot, so that looks like it's her spot today.
Well, an offensive foul called against Mara Marchizotti. Well, I'd like to see the replay of that one because I personally felt that Marchizotti did have good position, but again, great defense from Julia Koppel.
Absolutely, I guess these things happen from time to time. Bit of a 50-50 call.
Well, possession out here to Arian Bradshaw. Boston native, played at university basketball in Ohio, of course, at Dayton University. Finding Renee Busch now. Here's the penetration. Pump fake, takes a mid-range, puts it up, and sinks that one. And that is Renaissance.
The dribble pull-up. The El Capitan. Busch with the jumper.
Well, step back jump shot, just getting the front iron there from Isabel Bunyan.
Yep, that's one of the best ways to score is in transition before the defense has a chance to set up. Just getting them on their heels and knocking it down.
Well, Renee Busch now with a hesitation. Gets caught in a double team now. But Isabel Bunyan unable to keep that one alive, so we'll be baseline ball here too. The Sevenoaks Suns.
Mr. Hatter's doing a good job of forcing baseline there.
Well, defensively, you're right. I mean, they've been very aggressive, of course, here on the defense. You know, really trying to make things difficult for the Suns. You know, if you're the Suns, of course, how do you go about this offensively?
I think if you're the Suns, you've got to move the ball. We need ball movement. Get some pick and roll going. And maybe get something in the post going, I think, as well.
Well, Montecana now with 2 3-pointers, finding Bradshaw. Bradshaw going baseline, dribbles it off her foot. It's another turnover, but again, good defense by Lauren Saiki.
Absolutely brilliant defense. That's what you want to do. Force some baseline and dribbling off our own foot. So, good job.
Well, trailing by 4 points, the Cardiff Met Archers, again, defensively, as you mentioned, very aggressive, but offensive. Well, Lauren Saiki putting the moves on. It's Hatch now on the ball, getting a handoff. And that's a kick out. The 3 is up. Again, no good, but this time Koppel's able to secure the rebound. Well, Bradshaw now running off one screen, just trying to keep the ball under control, so able to keep it alive. So Millie Watkins now, the Suns here, just trying to find some identity in this offense. The Koppel going in with a fang roll, doesn't get it. Watkins tries to follow up. It's going to be possession to the Cardiff Met Archers. Well, you mentioned this. You said about, you know, post players trying to go inside there, and that's exactly what Julia Koppel did.
Yeah, I think when you can utilize your size, you know, to overpower the defense, it's always a good move.
Well, the Cardiff Met Archers now pick and pop action. Jump shots up. Good job there by Koppel on the box out duties, keeping the Met Archers off the rebounds. Well, Fritz finding Montecana. Montecana down the middle, going all the way. And Janice Montecana. Well, I'll say it one more time. When you enter the restaurant, it is Montecana hour. And she is just going to work.
Absolutely. Like her knocking down her outside threes has definitely opened up the game. And she was extremely aggressive, physical, and she got the lefty lay-in and won. Beautiful.
Well, let's talk about Janice Montecana, because as you know, she came from the same sort of basketball educational background as you. Am I correct?
Absolutely. She went to Grexy Academy, where I feel like she learned her fundamentals and learned the game from there. I kind of went on to do great things, and here we are at the professional level. and she's a big name in the WBBL. So shout out to Janice Monacana.
The shot is up there, no good. The rebound secured. The foul is going to be called there against number 10, Isabel Bunyan. You can see here maybe the Cardiff Met Archers getting a little bit frustrated in their offense.
Absolutely. I think when things aren't going your way and you're not able to kind of get the easy baskets or your offense isn't going the right way, it's very easy for that to happen. But I feel like eventually as the game goes on and they get into flow of things, get a couple of easy baskets or get to the free throw line, things will start to change around. But ideally what they want to do is close out this quarter well.
And that's always big, of course, because when you start to build that margin again, you don't want to be complacent. I mean, mentally, how do you keep yourselves in this one when you have this lead?
We know basketball's a game of runs, so ultimately it's just focusing on possession by possession versus getting too ahead of things early on. You know, as we know, like, all it takes is a couple threes or a couple stops and the game can completely change. So it's all about maintaining.
Well, Saiki now, yeah, a bit of hesitation. You got to love the shake and bake from this player. The three is up from downtown. The three's in and out again, but I just kind of feel like she keeps getting these open looks. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but Sevenoaks got lucky on that one because they left the shooter wide open, just mishap in defensive rotation.
Well, Monacana just hitting the front iron. It's going to go out of bounds, but still an 8-point lead here to the Suns. 18-10 here with 1:52 to go in the first quarter. What's interesting for Janice Monacana, because last season she was almost like the sixth player here for the Suns. Now, due to the absence of Kat Carr, who's arguably one of the greatest players in the history of the WBBL, she's had to really step in to be the go-to player of the Suns alongside Renee Bush.
Yep, but I always feel like she had it inside her. A lot of times, as we know, with basketball, it's about opportunities. And when the opportunities present itself, it's about taking a hold of them and making a difference. And she really has.
Well, Monacana now finding Millie Watkins here. Judah Fritz on the wing. It's going to make the penetration, going to go all the way, goes in and draws a foul. And that's one thing about Janice Monacana, is she knows how to read a defense.
She really does. And the fact that she's super strong, super aggressive, a lot of players like that are really hard to contain because she just imposes her will on the defense. So she's definitely a big difference maker. And this is her second time going to the line, so if it works, you keep going.
You know, how imperative is that as well? You know, just getting to the free throw line as much as possible.
It's very, very important. You know, they're like easy points you can pick up in the game. You know, a lot of times games are won and lost on the free throw line. So the fact they're getting there early and knocking them down can ultimately be the difference between a win and a loss.
Well, suffocating defense by Millie Watkins, but the Cardiff Met Archers, they miss a wide open layup. And again, Millie Watkins hustling on the floor. And again, that's something Coach Len Bush is going to really admire. Well, Monacana, well, she's going to get called for a charge in that one. And Cardiff Met Archers just showing a bit of solid transition defense that time by Abigail Juncker.
Yep. So that's a double-edged sword with an aggressive player, is that at times you're likely to get an offensive foul. So she's been into good position, had her feet set, high IQ play.
Well, Kim Kang now checking into the game here for the Cardiff Met Archers. Just to give him an extra roll. The hesitation off the fake, goes in with a fang roll, gets rejected, steps out of bounds. Well, suffocating defense. The denial, I think that one came from Katie Richards.
Yep. Long wingspan, stood her ground, and hey, blessed by the basketball gods.
Well, Katie Richards just said, not in my house. Take that one back to Wales. Renee Bush now here in the backcourt along with Arian Bradshaw. Suns going with a big lineup. Bradshaw with the penetration, spins around, kicks out, finds Judah Fritz. The three is up, and the three is nothing but net by the Hungarian international. Well, Judah Fritz, arguably one of the best perimeter shooters you'll find here in the WBBL.
Beautiful shot. Had her feet set, ready and waiting. What can we say? Drive and kick.
Kim now running circles off the pick and roll. Now turns it over. Bradshaw comes up, and now she's got this in transition. goes in, scoop layup there. And again, that's his comeback from Boston all the way here at the Surrey Sports Park. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, the Sevenoaks Suns lead this one 25-12 against the Cardiff Met Archers. Well, the scene, it kind of looked like it was going to be very neck and neck here, but, the Sevenoaks Suns really shown why they are meant to be one of the top two teams here in the WBBL.
Yep, 100%. I think their ability to stay composed under pressure, their ability to drive and kick, and right now their shooters on fire. Janice Monacana hitting. We just saw Fritz hit as well. So, hey, things are looking really good. And they're forcing turnovers and getting to the line. So it's a great start for the Suns.
Well, Suns, of course, making the most of their perimeter shooting, as we mentioned, Judah Fritz along with Janice Monacana. But, Monacana going to the bench, they really have to try and, adjust her into being this go-to role. As I mentioned, you've seen it, you know where she's come from in terms of her basketball education at Greg City Academy. But there were many rumors coming into this year that she wasn't going to come back and play. But you can just see she is so imperative and so important to the fundamentals of the Sevenoaks Suns.
100,000%. I think we can't throw out enough compliments. So it's great to see that in the flesh. And I'm sure we'll see as time goes on. BUSCH probably start to go into it a bit more, get her offense flowing a bit more. But yeah, they just got to keep their foot on the gas.
Also, like with Mara Makizati, she went to the bench. All of a sudden, the Cardiff Met Archers, their offense changed a little bit. One thing about the Sevenoaks Suns is, they are a very quick team. They'd like to play in transition. But you can see them defensively, they were struggling a little bit against Mara Makizati.
Yeah, you know what? She's a space eater. When you got somebody of size who can deter shots and is a big part of the offense, it can definitely impact the game. So yeah, just a lane clogger. It's hard to penetrate when you have somebody of that size just doing their thing down there.
Well, the WBBL this season proven to be one of the most competitive seasons, of course. I mean, look, the London Lions, they've changed a lot in the last few seasons. They are arguably probably one of the greatest teams we've seen in the history of WBBL basketball, along with some of the old teams we've seen with the Sheffield Hatters. But one thing I've been so impressed about, more teams are coming here to the Surrey Sports Park, playing with confidence and really pushing the Sevenoaks Suns, excuse me. And I just think with this season, there's going to be a lot of teams competing for that final spot this season when we go to the O2.
Agreed, but we love to see it. The level of basketball in the WBBL continues to improve. Love to see the caliber of talent. I think that says a lot about the developmental programs in the UK. And we love to see it, and I'm sure we're going to see bigger, greater heights as we go on, especially with the new investment in the league as well.
Well, Cardiff Met Archers now going with a smaller lineup here, trying to battle with a bit of pacer against the Suns. Well, traveling violation. Too many steps.
Too many steps, and it's a possession they couldn't afford to lose. And that's one of the things as well, especially when you're kind of causing those turnovers. Maybe a bit of nerves. But yeah, we'll see if they can turn it around soon.
Well, that's the thing here against the Sevenoaks Suns. I mean, they're the kind of team, if you make mistakes, they'll punish you. You get things right, they'll still punish you. So the margin for error, as Millie Watkins, again, she's going to get called for a double dribble.
Yeah, Watkins called for that double dribble, but they got lucky because one of them gambled, for the turnover, and could have resulted in another easy basket.
Well, looking for the handoff now. Shannon Hatch. This one to Saiki now here. Down low, finds wide open with a pump fake. Beautifully executed that and sent her into the VIP section.
Beautiful no-look by Saiki. Just throwing the defense off and just throwing that low pass in for the easy basket.
Well, Judah Fritz now finding Renee Bush here, curling off a screen. Still in a double-digit lead now to the Suns. Bush with a spin out. Goes all the way. A bit of a fangirl. Doesn't get it. Again, they don't follow up with an offensive rebound. Now the Cardiff boy turn it over as Fritz comes up with it. And she'll greet herself. Gets her own rebound. Well, how many opportunities?
Man, it looks like the Suns just wanted it that much more. As their energy and effort is undefeated.
Well, Psyche, this is interesting because, old school basketball, that's going to get called for a traveling violation. But why these days they allow that extra step? That's what I want to know.
I feel like it just adds to the excitement of the game. You don't want to see stoppages in play too much. You want to let the game of basketball be played freely. And so that's what I think it is anyway, man. but it looks like Psyche there is not letting her team fail.
Wow, big shout out on the live stream. Jamila Thompson, where are you? One of the greatest players in women's basketball here in the British basketball, in the WBBL, excuse me. Jamila Thompson last season playing for the Suns. And again, if you don't know her, she is arguably one of the best players you'll see play. What's up, Jamila? Glad to see you on the stream. Well, Aaron Bradshaw now. The lead has been cut down to single digits. 8-point ball game here to the Suns. Well, goes down through and finds Julia Koppel. And a nice little seal-off from Koppel.
Absolutely. Beautiful entry pass. And Koppel with a nice leg.
Well, three is up from downtown. The three is off the backboard. Well, did she go bank? I don't think Abigail Yanko will be worrying too much.
The bank is open on Sunday, it seems, so that was a great shot.
7-point ball game now here. Just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Suns trying to rotate their benches. Now Janice Montecano's back in. Finding Renee Bush off the curl. Cardiff Met Archers defense becoming more aggressive, but an offensive foul is going to be called. That's an interesting one there against Renee Bush, I believe.
Yeah, I think it looked like she just stuck up, back out a little bit, and caught the defender.
Well, Lauren Psyche now will bring this one up. Finds the backdoor pass, goes in. Well, the delivery was made, and no communication on the back screen.
Yeah. It's the backdoor cut. Defense head was swiveled, and it's a high IQ play. It's a 5-point game at the moment.
Montecano now here on the ball. Offensively, definitely the most dangerous player now here for the Suns. Zarian Bradshaw gets it back to Koppel. She'll take the three. The three is up, no good. And now a chance to potentially cut it down to a one-possession game as Psyche comes off one screen. The backdoor play, good defense by Montecano. Well, doing it both ends of the floor. Now she's going to push this one. Well, Janice is going to go all the way. Bit of contact goes up, and Janice Montecano will go to the free throw line here for the three-point play. That is Greg City represented.
Absolutely, for sure. She got it going on at the moment. I was just about to say, I thought the momentum shift was happening more in favor of the Archers, but it looks like the Suns are relentless. They're coming back or continuing to apply pressure.
Well, if you go back a season ago here at the Surrey Sports Park, you had Kat Carr, Jamila Thompson, and Janice Montecano on the same team. But again, now Janice Montecano having to take that go-to role here. Jamila Thompson, get back here to the Surrey Sports Park.
Definitely feel like they're missing her, for sure.
Well, Lauren Psyche now coming off one screen. Well, the three is up. The three is no good from downtown, but an offensive rebound. Good defense by Aaron Bradshaw. Finding Janice out in transition. Good ball movement here from the Suns. And now Renee Bush will put it up. And the University of Pennsylvania has come calling.
Yep, Bush doing what Bush does. L3 play, the three ball in transition. Not much you can do about that.
Well, that's what the Sevenoaks Suns do. I mean, they will get you out in transition. They know how to play their style. When they get out, they'll play a little bit of run and gun. If it's a good option, they'll go for it. If they can't get it, they'll bring the ball back out, and they'll get into a half-court set. But this team can make it rain.
Yep, and it's fun to watch. You know, in this era of basketball, up and down, fast breaking. Obviously, we've seen the Warriors and their impact. And yeah, it's great to watch.
Well, it's interesting, of course, because if you look at the league standings, you would not think looking at this game, Sevenoaks would be in the position they're in. I mean, they've played 5 games so far. They've lost 3 of them, but they've had to deal with a lot of injuries. Men, there's also been different player personnel. Anytime you lose a franchise player, such as Kat Carr, Jamila Thompson, you have to adjust. And that's what they're doing right now. It's a transition period for finding that identity.
You're right. The injuries are an unfortunate part of the game, and it's for the team to kind of rally around and for other players to step up, which we've definitely seen. And yeah, clearly they have a good cohesive unit and a lot of talent. Love to see it. We love to see it.
Well, the Cardiff Met Archers, again, are showing signs of being able to hang in here with the Suns. And again, they're very well coached. They're very well organized. And that's a lot of credit to head coach Steph Collins, who's definitely one of the greats of WBBL history. And again, great to see a player transition into the coaching role.
Yep, shout out to Steph and her impact on not only WBL, but GB as well.
Well, Lauren Saiki now trying to dish this one off. They're getting a ball handoff. And again, it's a very organized offense here from the Archers. Saiki now, a bit of contact, no foul calls. Finds Makatsi, seal off there. The foul's going to be called again. I like that. Mara Makizati is just doing a good job of sealing off against Julia Koppel.
Yep, she's doing a great job of sealing off the defender, and then Saiki's doing an amazing job of getting that lob entry pass in to her. And look what's happened. They're going to the line.
But defensively, if you're the Sevenoaks Suns, I mean, how do you do this? Because, look, Julia Koppel is one hell of a post defender, but at the moment, she's having to go up against a very, very good Mara Makizati. Do you double team? I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, that's an option. You double team, you apply some pressure, and see what happens, I guess. I guess it's got to be a team cohesive defensive movement.
Well, not a bad foul, of course. She missed the second free throw. It's still a double-digit lead here for the Suns. Bradshaw here just trying to push things in transition, but it looks like the Suns are going to try and slow this one down now into a half-court set. It's Monicana here, cross-cut. Finding Renaissance. She'll force up a three. Almost came down with a bit of snow on that one. Monicana, the offensive rebound.
Yeah, surrounded by three defenders there.
Well, Bradshaw trying to split down the defense. Kicks out to Monicana. She's made 2 threes. Doesn't get this one. And now there's an opportunity transition. 3-on-2. Beautiful dive. Finds it. And a bit of a beautiful fast break there as Isabel Bunyan repays the favor to Lauren Saiki.
Amazing. Just the rim run there. Brilliant. And Saiki with a heads up. High IQ play. Getting it out there really early for the easy basket.
Well, Janice Monicana, hesitation. Fangerol doesn't get it. Gets her own rebound. And again, the donuts are finished, but the Cardiff Met Archers didn't shout Bucks out.
Yeah. She's on fire currently, man. And even when she missed, just the second jump, straight back in there.
Lauren Saiki, another little dime there, but again, just fumbled it. Right idea.
It was the right idea. Unfortunately, it was just a bit off. But Saiki seems to really like those no-look dimes.
Well, at the moment here, we'll try and give you some updates. The score at the moment is 35-25 in favor of the Sevenoaks Suns. But Julia Koppel going in. Good defense by Makizati. Then how quick Cardiff Met Archers try to go in transition to go for a three-pointer. Again, they give up another offensive rebound. Well, Hatch left wide open. She'll take it. Again, can't get it. And Julia Koppel, she's going to get called for a foul there because Makizati is just being pushed around in the low block.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a hold, and they got caught by the refs.
Well, Millie Watkins is going to come back into the game if the Suns is Koppel. And again, this is why it's so imperative to have Mara Makizati, because Julia Koppel has picked up a third personal foul.
Yep. So clearly that impact, you can see what's happening now. She's creating a lot of problems for the Suns right now.
Well, Abigail Juncker now got it by Judah Fritz. Finding Lauren Saiki, a few seconds on the shot clock. Has to kick out. They try another three. The three is up, and the three is good for downtown. Well, the assist coming from Lauren Saiki.
Saiki with the quick handle and the quick pass, just a quick little behind the back pass to the shooter.
Well, Bunyan,
making things happen.
Bunyan's three-pointer cuts it down to a 7-point ball game. As now Judah Fritz looks to attack. There's a kick out in the corner. Renee Bush, she's made 1 3, makes another one. Well, used to do it in the Palestra in the NCAA, but at the moment, here at the Surrey Sports Park, here in the WBBL.
Shooters come to shoot, and she's one of the most dangerous shooters in the WBBL. Hand down, man.
Well, Lauren Saiki, again, has been a hell of a facilitator, but now tries her own shot, doesn't get it. Millie Watkins secures a rebound. Now the Suns will try to push this one. Fritz finds Monicana. Can she go for number 3? Yes, she can. Monicana is on fire. She is cooking it up. We might need to call her Chef Janice.
Yeah, Monicana hour indeed. She's on fire, and I love that extra pass just to the corner for more of an open look. And hey, look what's happening. 41-28 to the Suns.
21 points. I'm going to say this right now. Who needs Lisa Leslie? Who needs Diana Taurasi when you've got Janice Monicana?
For sure, man. But just giving credit to her teammates as well and how everybody is playing on that team and their ball movement. They're playing free, they're playing unrestricted, and we're seeing what is happening just as a result of that.
I mean, this is nothing new, of course. I mean, this is just Janice doing Montana things on the basketball court. I mean, she is phenomenal. She's a defender. We already saw at one point how quickly she gets back in transition defense to make that extra effort. But offensively, I mean, she's like an artist on the basketball court. She just is able to create so much.
21 points in the half is something. But I'm going to give a shout out also to Psyche on the Archers, just the way she's getting her team involved. Right now, I know the deficit isn't that great in that respect, but her high IQ and the way she's pushing the ball is giving the Archers a chance in this game as well.
Well, of course, shout out to WBBL Review and all of the other fans. Again, make sure you follow them at WBBL Review on Twitter to get all the latest highlights and content of all the best basketball here from the WBBL.
I see they're trying to front.
Well, they go down low now to Makizati here. Guarded by Millie Watkins. Too big, too strong, and simply just too good.
Makizati catching it deep, dribbling baseline, and then just coming right back to the middle.
Well, it's interesting because on the rebounds, you kind of felt that the change they made defensively was much better here for the Suns. But, I mean, Makizati, I mean, she's one hell of a post player. As Bradshaw now will light it up from downtown, doesn't get it.
Yep. They gave Bradshaw a lot of space, so she was able to step into that, and unfortunately, they go down.
All right, Youngkin now here in the ball, guarded by Renee Bush. Montana trying to reach, and again commits a foul. It's one of those gambles, if you get it wrong, you're going to get called for it, aren't you?
A little bit overzealous. You know what, sometimes going for that steal, but hey, these things happen. Maybe got to remain a little bit more composed in that respect, but hey. Yep. They're just giving Janice a rest now, so substituted after amazing half.
Well, just gets the first free throw to drop here for Shannon Hatch, the captain for the Cardiff Met Archers. 29 years of age now. In the 5 games she's played so far here in the WBBL, she has averaged 20.4 points per game, 75% free throw shooter. She makes them both.
And those were very much needed. Let's see if they can close the gap even further before we break for the half.
Fritz now here, heavily guarded on the wing. Finding Arian Bradshaw. There's Millie Watkins here. Trying to get things going for the Suns now. 5 on the shot clock. Fritz with a hesitation. Kicks out to Bradshaw, pulls up in the mid-range, and ices it right at the end of the shot clock with the dagger.
That is heartbreaking for the defense because they did such a good job for 23 seconds. And then
take the gamble on defense is now Saiki with the mid-range again. Just responds back to Bradshaw. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. She slipped there, and Saiki was able to dribble in for the jumper. I wonder if there's a wet patch on the floor, which could be a bit dangerous. She looks like she's laboring a little bit as well.
1:58 to go here in the first half. The Suns leading by 9 points, 43-34. But again, just under 50% of those points have come from Janice Montana. It just goes to show just how big of an influence she is for the offense.
Undoubtedly. We can definitely see that. Ooh. Hopefully Bradshaw's all right. Hopefully she hasn't pulled a groin or anything like that, because that didn't look great. Feels like she's good.
Well, Bradshaw now here on the point guard duties. Trying to look for an isolation. It's called the help side defense. As Judah Fritz has made 1-3 tonight, hits the front eye in and out. Saki does a good job on the box out. Here's a chance for the Archers to try and chip into the deficit. Down low to Makizati. Good ball movement now from Cardiff. Well, the 3 is up and a little bit short, but another offensive rebound as Hatch comes up with it and punishes the Sevenoaks Suns.
Hatch got the friendly bounce, right place, right time, and she just remained composed and knocked down that shot.
in the lane now. Tries to go off the backboard, doesn't get it. Billy Watkins fights for the offensive rebound. Bradshaw, she struggled from the perimeter, but when left wide open, she will remind everybody why she's on the scouting report.
Bradshaw knocking down that three. They got to get a tighter look in there.
Well, we got a game of chess right now. Anytime Arian Bradshaw lights it up, Lauren Saiki says, hey, guess what? I'm going to come ready to play.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
7-point ball game now, 54.4. Now, you look at the time left here with the Suns having the ball. A good chance for them to get a potential 2-for-1.
Yep. So I guess that means they're going to try and come down and get a easy basket or a quick basket and hopefully get another one before the time runs down. But if you're the Archers, you're really trying to play a stringent type of defense and really knock some points. Oh, actually score some points, to be fair, to lessen that gap before the half. It's a 7-point game at the moment. Let's see if they can chip away at the lead even more.
Well, Lauren Saiki right now with 12 points here for the Cardiff Met Archers. Other scores, Isabel Bunyan, she has 9 points. And a combined total of 11 points between Shannon Hatch and Mara Makizati. You kind of get the feeling that Cardiff really want to try and get Makizati a few more looks in the low block. I mean, she has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's clearly working. It's clearly working. So if something's working, and you keep going to it until it doesn't work. So I think that may be the best option for them. Go in, play inside out.
Well, possession out to the Suns here in the backcourt. And a potential 2-for-1, as we mentioned. Judah Fritz will inbound this. Bit of full court pressure now coming from the Cardiff Met Archers. You'd like to see that from their young backcourt.
100%. At this point in the game, doing a full court press is definitely the best option. See if they can force some turnovers and speed them up.
Well, they've got to get the ball over the full court now. As Renee Bush is going to come into the backcourt. They've got to move Arian Bradshaw off the ball to a 2-guard roll now for this one. There's Renee Bush now coming off one screen.
See with the hard show there.
Finds Judah Fritz. Fritz goes in with the hook shot. Just gets it to drop well. That one finally went into the bucket.
That felt like it touched every part of the rim before it went in. But hey, when things are going well, they're going well. Seems like everything they're putting up is going in.
4 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Saiki's going to come off one screen with Makizati. There's a penetration now, turns around, kicks out, finds Hatch. Hatch from the mid-range, doesn't get it. Now here's a 2-for-1. They got a few seconds left. Fritz is going to try and take this all the way. Fritz going to force it up. Can she get it? Doesn't get it. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, the Sevenoaks Suns lead this one 48-39. Well, we're going to leave you for a little bit of a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half for this WBBL fixture.
Cardiff Met Archers winning second period 27-23.
Cardiff Met Archers. We're live here at the Surrey Sports Park. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside Nassim Bilal. Nassim, what have we seen so far from the first half?
So far, we've seen a Sevenoaks team that have been amazing offensively. They've been really aggressive. They're knocking down open shots. And then we've seen, obviously, Janice do her thing offensively to the tune of, I believe, 21 points in the first half. So right now, they have the momentum. We'll see what the Archers can do. So the Archers, it's important that they start well. You maybe get some buckets in early, get some defensive stops, and just, come out with a new lease on life, I believe.
Well, you made a good point there. Janice Montecana, 21 points in the first half. I mean, she does what she does best. It's Montecana hour anytime she's on the floor.
Definitely. And we'll see if she can continue the hot streak going into the second half.
Well, Lauren Psyche's been a key player so far for the Archers. I mean, what have you seen from her game so far?
Psyche's been amazing. She's really dictating the momentum. She's really getting her team easy buckets in transition and finding the open player and just making very high IQ reads. So she's been instrumental in keeping them this close. I feel like without her impact, the deficit would be a lot larger.
Well, it will be the Suns who have the first possession out here in the second half. And again, Aaron Bradshaw now here in the backcourt against Lauren Psyche. It's Montecana trying to post up. Good wing denial defense there. I'd say a high post now from Isabel Bunyan. You like to see that. Definitely, especially at the start of the half. You can tell now that the coach, STEF, has probably given them a good motivational speak and to get them pumped. So that's good to see that denial. Well, there's a pump fake got by Marchizazzi, the Argentine international. Well, spin around. Oh, baby! Are you serious? Julia Koppel with a bit of Austrian magic in the low block. Beautiful footwork in the post there. Maybe something we don't see as much these days, but we love to see it. Well, again, Julia Koppel. Well, let me tell you something right now. Vienna is famous for the opera and also Julia Koppel's post moves as Lauren Psyche makes a bit of contact, but no good on that one. Yeah, I saw what Psyche tried to do there. Tried to get into the body of the big, as you're supposed to do, and she couldn't buy a basket. Well, Montecana tries to go down the middle, but doesn't get it. Gets in the hands of Judah Fritz in a ball reversal. Well, Koppel's feeling it right now. She's going to go baseline. Kicks out to Fritz. One more now. Good penetration kick out here as Bradshaw for three doesn't get it. Montecana comes up with a loose ball. Looking for a dish off now. Bradshaw again throws it into the VIP section. And those fans pay thousands of dollars for those tickets, but not to shoot the ball. Yeah, I think just got caught up in the play and in the moment. Just a bit of an erratic pass. Well, the Met Archers trailing by 11 points now. Trying to get things going here. Getting a ball reversal. Marchizazzi now. They go down low here. She's trying to go back, and Julia Koppel finds Lauren Psyche with the mid-range. Puts it up. Nothing but net. And just raises the hand to say, I'm ready to play. Love it. They're playing inside out. And good to see Psyche again. The momentum shifter. Knocking down shots. She's going to be integral in any comeback. Well, Montecana down low here. Gets caught in a double team. He's got to do something with it. Finds Koppel. Koppel with a pump fake. Koppel gets fouled off the backboard, but the foul, well, the official has indicated the foul was on the ground, but nice pump fake by Julia Koppel. Absolutely. I think she was just a bit quick-footed, and Marchizazzi just had to give up the quick foul to stop her blowing by her. It's a nice, quick first step. But that's what they should be doing anyway. Trying to get Marchizazzi in foul trouble. Oh, Bradshaw now getting a handoff. Trying to go down the middle, puts up a little teardrop. And again, that's almost like the default button move there on a PlayStation. And a violation as Marchizazzi turns it over. When it rains, it pours. They got a quick bucket from Bradshaw, and then they turned it over by stepping over the line. Well, baseline possession out here to the Sevenoaks Suns. Down now to Renee Bush. She's going to go baseline, pulls up in the mid-range. Does she get the drop on? Doesn't, but Arian Bradshaw, the offensive rebound. Man, getting the rebound amongst the trees is really impressive. Koppel now, 19-foot, puts it up, doesn't get it. Montecana able to secure an offensive rebound. We'll put the cross at Montecana. Spin out. A good block there from Machizatsi, but it's going to be Suns baseline possession.
Feels like the Suns are getting all the 50-50 balls now. Their energy, effort, and hustle is just a notch above the Archers. And hey, we're seeing why they are the leaders right now. Hopefully they can match that energy, effort, and consistency.
Well, Bradshaw now inbounds him. Oh, gets rejected. Well, what a block shot by Abigail Yonkes said, not in your house.
That's what we like to see, a bit of a mean streak. We're going to give it back to them.
Well, go back to Renee Bush. Kicking out to Judah Fritz. Fritz forces up from no man's land, and you can count that one from the Bank of Hungary.
Yep, from downtown, the long tray ball.
Well, that was from downtown Budapest. As now Lauren Psyche goes up, no help side defense, and easily treats herself to a buffet in the paint.
Yep, that low center of gravity, quick first step, and the easy lay-in. It's blowing past the defense.
Well, Judah Fritz now finding Montecana with a pump fake. Montecana down the middle, bit of contact, doesn't get it. Koppel with another offensive rebound. Finding Bradshaw now. Bradshaw will take the three. Again, can't get it, but this time the Cardiff Met Archers able to secure the rebounds. There's now Junker in transition. She'll try left from downtown. And loose balls everywhere, but at the moment, Cardiff Met Archers going for those second chances. Hash pulls up in and out. Well, no, faked me out on that one.
It was a good closeout, but it was, good defense, better offense.
Well, Aaron Bradshaw now. Foul is going to be called there. As you mentioned, maybe a little bit overzealous on the wing denial.
Yeah, I like the energy. It's just remaining just a little bit more composed, because otherwise you're going to find yourself in foul trouble too early.
Well, sideline ball here to the Suns. They still lead this one by double digits. 6:33 to go in the third quarter. There's Renee Bush here, coming off one screen now with Janice Montecana. Finding Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes down the middle, kicks out to Judah Fritz. Fritz finds a bit of space, pulls up in the mid-range, can't get it. Koppel, offensive rebound, gets another chance. Back out to Fritz from 15 feet. The shot is up, and again, with the donuts to finish, you got to call Bucks out as the Cardiff Met Archers give away another opportunity.
Yeah, I feel like that box out is the most underrated move in basketball.
That was a scoop pass coming, and Shannon Hatch will go to the free throw line. The foul is going to be called against Julia Koppel. You got to like that build-up, though.
I do. They quickly got the ball in transition and did an early pick and roll for the easy bucket. But I feel the Archers got to do a lot better job on the boards and boxing out.
Well, Shannon Hatch so far, 2 fouls in the game, and she now moves up to 10 points. Remember, she's a 75% free throw shooter. As now Millie Watkins comes into the game for Julia Koppel. That's her 4th personal foul. So again, that's going to be a bit of a problem here for the Sevenoaks Suns.
Okay. Be a big problem later on as well. Chipping away at that lead.
Well, Fritz now heavily guarded by Shannon Hatch. Finding Renee Bush. There's now Bradshaw here guarded by Lauren Psyche. Finds a bit of a space and goes up, bit of contact, and now Aaron Bradshaw will go to the free throw line. The foul is going to be called against Lauren Psyche, and again, I like the little matchup between those two.
Yep. See her utilizing her strength and quickness, and just attacking Psyche. Let's get into the line.
Well, Aaron Bradshaw, as we mentioned, a native of Boston, Massachusetts, and a big-time legend in the history of Dayton, Ohio University basketball. I mean, she was a key in their NCAA. Well, the time she was there playing in the NCAA, she makes the first free throw.
I feel like you can see when a player's got extensive experience and they've been in high-pressure situations before, and it just shows in their play and how composed they are and their ability to knock down shots and make the right reads at the correct times.
Well, doesn't capitalize on the second free throw, but again, it's still a double-digit lead here to the Suns. It's now Psyche here. She's going to pull up for a quick one from the mid-range. Hits a back iron. An offensive rebound by Hatch, but they'll kick out. They'll go for another three-pointer. Fritz secures a rebound, and now the Suns with a chance to capitalize here in transition. Bradshaw now kicks out, finds Renee Bush, the pump fake, the step back, the three is up. Doesn't get it.
It's a bit unlucky. The pump fake always works well when you're a knockdown shooter.
That's a smart move by Lauren Psyche there against Janice Monicano.
It is, and at the moment, not much is going for them, but Psyche just using her speed, quickness, just getting to the lane, seems to be a weapon that's working for them.
Well, number 3, Lauren Psyche at the free throw line here for the Cardiff Met Archers. She has, so far in the game, 16 points. She averages 15.2 points a game so far here in the WBBL. Well, she is a 68% free throw shooter, but again, you got to step up and make these free throws.
Let's see if she can knock down the second one.
Well, able to capitalize on the second one now, cutting it down to single digits. The Cardiff Met Archers trying to stay in this game. Don't want the deficit to get too big and putting on the full court pressure.
See them initiating the press just to try and speed up the Suns, and it worked.
Now Psyche here in transition down the middle. Finding Kang now. Has the penetration, looking for options. Nobody around her. 17 points now for Psyche. Hesitation now. Trying to step through, kicks out to go for another three-pointer. 3 is up, no good. Fritz with a rebound. Suns now looking to push ahead here. Judith Fritz maybe getting away with a traveling violation there, but under the basket, scoop cut in and around, and all the way from Budapest with a little bit of a hook shot.
Yep, the nice reverse and the entry pass from BUSCH. Love to see it.
Okay, now trying to go for penetration. Kicking out to Hatch now. Hatch will try it, doesn't get it. Monicano with a rebound. And Janice looks like she's going to take this one in transition. Sinead Bush now cross court to Arian Bradshaw. Suns again. Just trying to push ahead in this one. It's Bradshaw coming off a few screens, kicking out to Fritz. Fritz down the middle. Fritz with a little scoop shot. She'll go 2 times now. Judah Fritz making a statement. And all of a sudden, Steph Collins having to call timeout here for the Met Archers.
It's a brilliant job by Fritz. She got the ball, she pump faked, sent the defense flying, and that just opened up the lane for her, for the easy lane. The game of basketball can be so simple when you think about it.
Well, 13-point lead now here to the Suns. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. And again, the home crowd really starting to get much bigger here. I mean, these WBBL games, it's great to see the crowds really coming into the Surrey Sports Park, because I've noticed this. The game is really, really pushing forward here in Great Britain.
Yeah, man, and it's beautiful to see as somebody who's grown up in this country, and we're seeing how basketball has been looked down upon for far too long when it's one of the most exciting games. It's up and down. It's exciting, and yeah, the talent in women's basketball, once again, I can't pay enough homage to that, and the ones who've come before and what people are doing now. So I feel like we're only going to see good things, and a big increase in fans and players. So yeah, exciting times for British basketball, for sure.
Of course, Janice Monicano featuring for the Great Britain national team at the Eurobasket qualifiers, just returning from that window. Again, the Great Britain women's team, you know, in my mind, has been probably one of the, if not the better of the two teams between both the GB men's team and the GB women's team. I mean, they've been more successful. You can see how far they've gone. It just goes to show the talent we have here in the WBBL, and especially the British talent coming through the ranks.
Big facts, man. Got to give them their homage, man. Shout out to the GB women's team.
Okay, now coming off one screen, looking for options. There's the penetration. 6 on the shot clock now. She's got to get something going. Again, draws the foul. She will go to the free throw line. Almost feels now that the Cardiff Met Archers are trying to spread the floor. I mean, when they don't have Marcus Zocchi on the floor, they're just trying to spread the floor, and it's almost like depending on the individual talent, of course.
Yep, absolutely. But it feels like they're playing with a bit more sense of urgency now, which we like to see, especially at the tail end of the third quarter. And if they're going to make any shift in the game, they've got to start doing it now.
unable to capitalize on the first free throw. This is something you got to think as well. I mean, the Cardiff Met Archers, they've given away a lot of second chances here in the second half. If they kind of convert those chances down the other end, they could get themselves back in this game.
Agreed.
Oh, Shannon Hatch, good job there. Putting Montecano under pressure. And it's simple hustle plays, just as we mentioned, that's just giving them another chance.
50-50 balls, man. Energy, effort, hustle, consistency. They will pay dividends.
Well, baseline ball now. Lawrence Psyche will inbound this one. Shannon Hatch just trying to get a ball reversal. The ball's in the hands now of Isabel Bunyan. Back to Psyche. The mid-range is up. Doesn't get it. The rebound secured by Millie Watkins. The foul is going to be called against the Cardiff Met Archers. It's a great hustle play from Millie Watkins.
Yeah, love to see that, Millie. Leading by example. Yeah.
And again, Millie making that play, of course. You know, I mean, just it's a huge statement for her teammates as well.
It is. I think when you see a player put that energy and effort inside of it, it just changes the game, and people feed up on it, and they really get into it. So yeah, huge play.
Well, Aaron Bradshaw now, again, just looking for a handout, finding Judah Fritz. Now Millie Watkins here, top of the key, looking for a handout, finding Fritz again. Cardiff just trying to be physical here on defense. Renee Bush kicks out to Watkins. She's got to get a shot off down the middle. Watkins gets rejected. And now the Met Archers can capitalize. Again in transition, there's a layup, and Isabel Bunyan just finishes that one.
Beautiful way to run the floor, Bunyan. Love to see it. Good defensive stop. Hey, there's some fight left yet in the Archers.
Well, the Suns now just trying to get this one going here. Cross court again. Bradshaw just able to keep that one alive. Tries to go down the middle, goes in with a little fangirl, can't get a good defense. And a foul's going to be committed by Millie Watkins. And here's an interesting one, right? Sometimes you will see this given. It can be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul, because when a deliberate foul is made with no play on the ball, especially in transition, but whereas if you're used to watching the NBA, it's a bit different. It's not the unsportsmanlike, it's the flagrant foul.
Yes, I feel like when it comes to these fouls and play calling, I don't know, as a fan, it feels like it's hard to differentiate now. It makes, like, sometimes some refs call it this way, others don't, and it's just like, yeah, it's quite challenging these days, and I do not envy the referees. So, we got the referees.
Not really. It's a tough job. I mean, they do a good job. You're absolutely right. I mean, they got to make those calls with a backdoor play as Lauren Psyche with the diamond. A beautiful finish under the basket. The Archers, again, refusing to throw in the towel here against the Sevenoaks Suns.
Yeah. Psyche with a high-low entry pass.
Watkins now the kick out, finding Bradshaw. Yeah, Montecano hasn't scored so far. Steps through, gets rejected. Well, we got a block party right now as Isabel Bunyan, again, protecting the paint.
Bunyan with the well-timed, beautiful block, not giving up a foul. Love to see it. Can Janice get back into it? It's been a bit quiet in the second half.
Well, you mentioned this as well. You said that Steph Collins probably went into the halftime talk to say, look, we got a problem, and it's Janice Montecano. We got to shut down Montecano hour.
Exactly. And it feels like they've done a good job. So far, so good. But we know when a sleeping giant, you never know when they can wake up. So,
well, 2 seconds now. She's got to get something going.
It's a great defensive effort by the Archers. Marchesani back in the game, looking to get good post position.
Well, there's a shot, of course, hits the front iron, doesn't get it. It's now Renee Bush in the cross court, finding Janice Montecano. Remember, Montecano, no points so far here in the second half, but again, a turnover as Bunyan comes up with it. Well, maybe he takes one too many steps.
Maybe 1 or 2 extra steps. But it feels like Bunyan's got Montecano's number at the moment. That's a second turnover she's forced her into.
Well, this is the WBBL. I mean, come on, you gotta let that one go. I mean, you gotta credit the defense of Isabel Bunyan.
Absolutely, she had a well-timed block, and then she forced a turnover over there for the steal. But yeah, like you said, may have got away with just one, maybe two extra steps.
Well, nonetheless, it's a great play there because she cuts it down to 7 points. And Len Bush now having to call time. I mean, if you're the Sevenoaks Suns right now, what do you have to change in your offense?
That's a good question. Maybe getting Janice going again. Maybe getting Janice some easy baskets, putting the ball in her hand, maybe some ISO plays. Because she was the engine in the first half, and she's been completely quietened. So yeah, we'd love to see her get going. And maybe some pick and roll action.
Well, come back to play now. 1:13 to go here in the third quarter.
It's a very important time for both teams. The Archers got to keep applying pressure, and the Suns need to get that deficit back the same that they had, at least 10 points.
Well, Bradshaw now will inbound this one on the sideline, just trying to get things going, of course. And they've been pegged back a little bit here from the Cardiff Met Archers. Bradshaw now puts up a little floater, can't get it, almost got her own rebound, but
hey, when in doubt, go to Marchizati. And there she was able to get the good entry pass for the M1. She's definitely an integral part of their offense. And yeah, they chip away at the lead once again. Let's see if she can knock down this free throw. Yeah, knocks it down. 4-point game.
Again, chipping back into this deficit. This is going to be crucial now because here you can see the one thing that's going to be difficult for the Sevenoaks Suns is trying to get those high percentage looks. They're going to have to try and muscle something out. Bradshaw had an option to find Renee Bush. Well, tries to go in the lane now, draws a foul. She will go to the free throw line here.
Good decision, attacking along the baseline. And when nothing else is falling, trying to get to the line. Hopefully that will help the momentum shift back towards the Suns. So good move. Let's see if she can capitalize on these free throws. First of two.
Well, Renee Bush now making the second free throw. 24.5 seconds left. 6-point lead here to the Sevenoaks Suns. Cardiff Met Archers defiantly refusing to go away on this one. Remember, they have 3 victories so far this season. Well, the shot is up. It's no good. It's going to go out of bounds. That will be possession to Sevenoaks Suns on this one.
Well done to the Suns, holding their own defensively.
Well, Bradshaw now trying to go all the way, puts up a little floater, doesn't get it. But nonetheless, a good look. But now, Lauren Saiki, can she get it off? Yes, she can. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, give her credit for almost getting that one. That was a close call.
Almost there, but an excited end to the third quarter. Looking forward to what I believe will be a very competitive fourth quarter. The Archers not giving up yet.
Well, we'll be back in just under 2 minutes for the fourth quarter.
19-16 to the Cardiff Met Archers leading by 3. Suns up by 6. They won the first period by 13. The Cardiff Met Archers won the second by 4. The third by 3. So it will be 8 assists. 2 assists to 1 from the goal, 2 assists and 5 rebounds away from the triple double.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to the final quarter here of this WBBL fixture between the Sevenoaks Suns and the Cardiff Met Archers. I mean, so far it's been a good game. Cardiff Met Archers are not giving up. They are trying to come back at all costs.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of ebbs and flows, and I'm excited, man. This is going to be a really, really good fourth quarter. Let's see if the Archers can continue to apply pressure. Let's see whether the Suns will break, or will they continue their dominance?
Well, the Archers now with Shannon Hatch and with Lawrence Saiki, but at the moment, Isabel Bunyan getting herself in the game. Is now Marchesazzi going in with a post move, and again just uses the bank of Buenos Aires. The Argentine international beautifully tucking that one away. 4-point ball game. It's now Renee Bush now looking for a kick out. Suns are just trying to find that identity, just trying to get things going. Well, Millie Watkins doesn't take many mid-range, in and out doesn't get it, but a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Isabel Bunyan.
I feel like the Suns need to do something about Marchesazzi. She's a big problem for them. She's a thorn in their side, and it seems like every time she gets the ball in the post, something good is about to happen.
Well, it's going to be a baseline ball there. Because, going back to Montecana under the basket again, she's planting herself there during the shot is what caused this foul. I mean, that's one thing you got to love about Montecana. She goes in for a lot of offensive rebounds. Well, now Montecana goes in. Eurostep dish up. Oh, the beautiful assist coming from Montecana. Finding Arian Bradshaw, and that's a good response.
Love to see that. When you're such an offensive threat as Montecana is, it's going to draw the attention of the defense, and she was able to find the open person.
And Marchesazzi going up and sealing off. Well, looking like baby Louis Scola out there.
Marchesazzi can't be stopped right now. And if it works, you keep going to it until it doesn't. And it's working.
Well, the Suns now leading by 4 points, holding on to their slender lead. And the foul is going to be called off the ball. I think they're going to call that one. I think that's going to be called against Kim Kang, of course. Well, that's now the second team foul here for the Cardiff Met Archers in the fourth quarter. Now, one thing the Cardiff Met Archers don't want to do, they don't want to put the Suns in the penalty too early.
They don't, and that could come back to haunt them if they continue to give up these fouls early on.
Well, Montecana pump fake, step back, the three is up, doesn't get it. Lawrence Saiki with the rebounds. Saiki now here, heavily guarded. 17 points so far in this game. A phenomenal job from the backcourt. Good ball movement here from the Cardiff Met Archers, trying to break this defense down. Saiki, Hail Mary three, it's up, no good. Marchesazzi with the offensive rebound, and 6 points here in the fourth quarter for the Argentine international.
Marchesazzi in the right place, the right time, underneath the basket, got the good seal, and it is a one-basket game.
Well, as you mentioned, one possession game here. Can the Suns reclaim? They've been leading by double digits for the majority of the game, but this has been a bit of a curse for Sevenoaks. The fourth quarter, as now Judah Fritz goes in, doesn't get it too much, but a rebound. And the Mets here with a chance, the Archers, to tie the game up, maybe take the lead with a three-pointer. Good movement, Marchesazzi, and she's fouled.
It's a very crucial possession. And they send Marchesazzi to the line.
Well, Julia Koppel's coming back into the game because defensively, she's the one player that can match up. The problem now for the Suns is Koppel does have 4 personal fouls.
She does, but at this moment in time, they need somebody that can give Marchesazzi some problems and give her some difficult looks, because right now, everything's too easy for her.
Well, makes the first one. If she makes this free throw now, the second one, she would have scored 50% of her points here in the fourth quarter. I mean, it's amazing how she's been able, all of a sudden, just to change the game around.
Yeah, something definitely switched on in her head. She's confident, and she's going to work, and she can't be stopped right now.
Well, tie ball game, 66 apiece. Cardiff Met Archers battling back, of course, giving themselves a chance in the third quarter. Bradshaw now looking for a handoff. Koppel now top of the key. There's the three. The three is up, and the three is good from downtown Boston. Arian Bradshaw.
Big three from Bradshaw. Hopefully give them a little bit of breathing room.
Well, Hatch trying to respond with the mid-range, doesn't get it. Bradshaw with the rebound, the home crowd just getting into this. Finding Judah Fritz in transition. Fritz now kicks out to Montecana. And Suns now will patiently build up their offense here. Bradshaw was left wide open, didn't pull the trigger. Now Fritz tries to go down the middle. A few seconds left now. Koppel had the shot. Fritz has got to go for it. 2 seconds, one-legged, doesn't get it. The Koppel doesn't come up with the offensive rebound.
Yeah. Seen a lot better ball movement from the Suns. That's good to see. Unfortunately, they couldn't hit that shot.
Well, a reaching foul there from the Suns. That's the second team foul here. Both teams with 2 collective fouls between them. Both teams now with 2 fouls left to give here in the fourth quarter before they put each other inside the penalty. You got to think right now for the Suns, it's about trying to stop Marchesazzi, but you got other options such as Shannon Hatch. I mean, there's Hatch right now, mid-range, takes a shot, doesn't get it. But Kim Kang trying to follow in for an offensive rebound, but unable to get it.
Well, the Suns got lucky a little bit there. I guess because everybody's attention is on Marchesazzi. It opened up the floor for her for that shot, and she just couldn't knock it down.
Well, Steph Collins now looking to bring Abigail Juncker back into the lineup. She's going to come in pretty soon. Suns now 66 apiece, finding Julia Koppel. Bradshaw using the screen here. Pick and pop now with Janice Montecana. Montecana trying to split the defense down, turns it over. And now Bradshaw trying to go all the way. Bradshaw putting a hand in the cookie jar, but unable to get it. And a beautiful finish in transition.
It's a brilliant defensive stop. And the basket in transition, remaining composed just to get that done.
Well, Renee Bush now looking for a handoff with Julia Koppel. Koppel gets to give and go, the kick out in the corner. Fritz, big three, corner, doesn't get it. Koppel trying to tip it, and now the Cardiff Met Archers can take the lead. Shannon Hatch is going to give them the 1-point lead, and all of a sudden, the tables have turned.
The tables have most definitely turned. We've just seen a momentum swing yet again. We've seen Psyche, the smallest player on the floor, getting the rebound, outletting it. And I feel like for the Archers, it's between her and Marchesazzi, who have been the MVP for them and have led that comeback.
Well, this is going to be a big moment in this game. You got to wonder right now, what do you think Len Bush is saying to his players in this timeout?
Composure. I think composure. Don't lose your head. You may be down by 1, but we're still very much in the game, and we just got to get into the flow of our offense, get to the line, and just get some stops. But composure is definitely key.
Well, experience is going to be key now. I mean, probably his most experienced player there is Renee Bush, of course. I mean, she is a GB, former international player, played at the University of Pennsylvania. But you're right, leadership is going to be imperative because at the moment, Cardiff Met Archers is almost like they're playing off impulse and adrenaline at the moment.
Yeah, and you can't blame them. Like, they were down by, do you remember how much they were down by?
15 points.
15 points at one point, where most people would have counted them out, and they're up by 1. So the Suns are going to have to dig really deep now, and I'm sure they're really tired and fatigued. But this is that time, fourth quarter time, clutch time. Let's see what they got.
Well, this is going to be crucial possession now. The Suns currently have Renee Bush, Arian Bradshaw, Janice Montecana, Judah Fritz, and Julia Koppel all on the floor. Well, Lauren Psyche now matching up defensively. Well, almost gets a turnover there. It's Bradshaw now near 10 on the shot clock, trying to get something going. Fritz now looking to isolate. Kicks out to Koppel. A few seconds. Koppel goes in with a fang roll and retakes the lead. Well, Austria, famous for the opera, but also for Julia Koppel. Well, Marchesazzi just bulldozed Julia Koppel. As Psyche now dish off the Hatch. No foul called. And again, players trying to go for everything. Now, the question is, it's going to be possession back to Sevenoaks Suns. We got to go back to Machizati's huge play there.
Yeah.
Charge?
I feel like, you know what? The refs are letting them play. It's the fourth quarter, so they're going to let a lot of things go that maybe in the early quarters they wouldn't. So, hey, comes with the territory, I guess.
Well, interesting because, you know, even though they missed that call, there was definitely a few reaches against Lawrence Ike who shared the ball in the pace. You're right, they are letting them play.
They
and you kind of like that.
You do. I'm sure the players and coaches don't, though.
Or Rene Bush now. Big offense here for the Suns. Getting a handoff with Judah Fritz. Fritz, big three. In and out, doesn't get it. But Montecano with the offensive rebound. And now fresh 14 here for Sevenoaks. Well, Bradshaw making that big three-pointer. Kicking out, finding Koppel. Koppel goes up, and a foul has been called. And Julia Koppel with the Viennese finger roll that retook the lead for the Suns is now going to go to the free throw line here for 2 shots.
Yeah, that was Bradshaw probing, penetrating, and then kicking. You know what I mean? Just keeping it simple, making the right reads. It's definitely a chess match at this point.
Well, the Austrian international makes the first free throw, and again, just settling the nerves of her teammates. Remember that, as we mentioned, winning by 15 points for the majority of this game, and credit to Cardiff Met Archers. I mean, Steph Collins, one hell of a coach. She's really done a good job with this unit, and they found themselves back in this game. It's going to be another free throw here for Julia Koppel.
Yeah, I feel like the Archers overstepped just a little too quickly.
Well, Koppel makes them both now. 3-point lead here to Sevenoaks. 4:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. This is the WBBL. Well, Psyche now gets a switch on defense. She's guarded by Janice Montecano. Trying to get the ball here to Machizati. And a foul off the ball. I'm not sure what they've called there against Judah Fritz, but it's definitely against Fritz. That's a third team foul now. I mean, maybe a tug on the shirt, possibly?
Possibly. Didn't look like there was too much into it.
Well, get into Hatch now, the mid-range. Ices that one. And again, just giving them a little bit of hope now. Back to a 1-point ball game.
Once again, beautiful assist by Psyche.
Well, finding Bradshaw now. Bradshaw cross-court, finding Judah Fritz. Well, Fritz decided not to go for the three-pointer. But Aaron Bradshaw, why not? She'll pull the trigger a little bit short. Machizati just does enough there to keep Julia Koppel off the boards. Good defense now, goes up. Can she finish? No, she can't. Bradshaw fighting for the ball. That's going to be Cardiff ball on the baseline.
Both teams showing grit, steel, hustle, and energy. I feel like this again is going to come down to the wire.
Well, you might be absolutely right on this one. As now Machizati has it inbound. Shannon Hatch now back to Lauren Saiki. Well, good defense by Julia Koppel because Machizati is going to be wide open now. Bradshaw transition, goes in, and she will get the AM1. Well, made in Dayton, and now doing it in the WBBL. Arian Bradshaw.
Bradshaw straight down the middle. Feel like the defense was unsure if she was going to make the pass or attack, and they were caught in between, and she just went straight down the middle.
I mean, has she really impressed? I mean, this is your debut game now here in the WBBL, but she is one hell of a basketball player, Aaron Bradshaw.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's got a lot of heart, and you can see that. She's relentless, aggressive. Can always use players like that.
Well, Cardiff Met Archers trailing by 3 points now, potentially one possession. Psyche now trying to put the moves. Kicks out, can tie the game up. Doesn't do it. Machizati the offensive rebound. And again, it's all about the good air because it's all about Buenos Aires.
Yeah, Machizati again. And I was wondering why they weren't going back to her early on, maybe giving her some post touches.
Well, good. So now defense there by Isabel Bunyan, trying to put her hands in the passing lanes.
Bunyan has some really good anticipation.
11 seconds here on the shot clock. Sideline ball now to the Suns. Oh, Gambit on defense. Rene Bush wide open. Doesn't get it. And again, can't come up with it. And now the Cardiff Met Archers can retake the lead. Psyche, hesitation, Fangro kisses that one off the backboard.
Psyche with a hesitation move. and going into the heart of the defense and then laying it in.
Well, Koppel now going baseline, reverse slam, but Julia Koppel, like she did last time they were trailing, is going to go back to the charity stripe. And this has been a big fourth quarter now from the Austrian international.
Absolutely, and she really loves that move, using the basket as a defender for that reverse.
Well, these are two big free throws now. She made her last two at the charity stripe, and now she's got to step up big time here. The pressure just getting to her on the first one. If she makes this free throw, she could tie the game up with 2:33 to go now for the Sevenoaks Suns.
Absolutely, there's a lot riding on this free throw.
Ties the game up now. Big play there from Julia Koppel.
Clutch free throw, calm, collected, knocked it down.
Well, Cardiff Met Archers with a chance to retake the lead now. Tie game, as we mentioned. Koppel doesn't want to pick up a fifth personal foul. Again, just trying to build this offense here, trying to find an opening.
You can tell they're trying to get Machizadi involved in the offense.
Well, there's a big three. Three is up, and finally, Cardiff Met Archers take a three-point lead. Isabel Bunyan with a big-time shot.
I feel like the fact the Suns were so focused on stopping Machizadi that they were able to get that three-point shot.
Well, Koppel now finding Judah Fritz. Fritz, the penetration goes all the way. It gets rejected. And now the Cardiff Met Archers can push this one. Three-point lead. Finds Psyche. The dish. Hatch. She's got to finish it, but she's fouled in the process. And Shannon Hatch will go to the free throw line.
Love that relentlessness, that energy, that never say never attitude.
Well, big free throws now here from the captain. Makes the first one. Two-possession game here. 1:43 to go. Well, 75% free throw shooter, as we mentioned. She's the top scorer for this team with 20.4 points at the moment, with only 16 in this game, but can make that 17 if she capitalizes with this charity stripe.
Seems like she's used to this, built for this.
And now Montecana checking back into the game.
Countless hours into perfecting those free throws. Coming up clutch.
Well, plenty of time left now. Neither of these teams with any fouls to give, but Sevenoaks Suns mentally must get something from this possession here. Bradshaw down the middle, get it. Kisses that one off the backboard, cutting it down to a three-point ball game.
Bradshaw leading the charge there.
And the Suns don't want to foul. There's a foul. Gets sent to the free throw line. That's a silly foul to give away.
Yep. Just seeing a mess of arms and legs, and probably fatigue played a big factor in that.
Well, Abigail Juncker now will go to the free throw line here for two shots, and so far she's a 60% free throw shooter here this season. But again, she steps up, makes these free throws. It's going to set a lot of breathing light here between the Cardiff Met Archers and the Sevenoaks Suns.
Yep, this is really big.
Makes the first one. 4-point lead. Two-possession game.
Well, the Suns are still very much in this.
Well, makes them both now 83 to 78. 1:26 to go. And the Suns struggling to get the ball inbound. As Renee Bush now able to keep things alive here. Well, Bush now trying to get something going in the half court. Trying to use the pick and pop sequence here with Montecana. Goes to self now, hits the front iron, gets her own rebound, and she gets fouled. That's a big play there by Renee Bush.
Really big play. I think if they didn't get anything from this possession, it would have been really hard to stay in the game. See if Bush, the veteran, can step up really big in this moment, in the clutch.
Well, University of Pennsylvania alumni, Tassis England, the American school alumni, makes the first free throw. Cutting it down to a 4-point ball game. Now, the thing for them is, if she makes this free throw, they still got to get stopped down the other end because there's 1:11 to go here in the fourth quarter.
clutch free throws. They got to stop the ball here. Psyche.
Well, there's a kick out. Doesn't go for the three-point shot. Fritz tried to gamble. 14 on the shot clock now here for the Cardiff Met Archers.
What they don't want to do is give up a foul.
Well, there's a crossover from Saiki. Switch on defense. 3 on the shot clock. Big three. Doesn't get it, but an offensive rebound. And there's a turnover. Cardiff Met Archers. What a mental blunder.
This could be the big break the Suns were looking for. If they can capitalize on this possession, they still have a good chance of winning.
Well, the key thing here is if you're going to go for a two-pointer, you got to do it before the 24-second mark. But they're going to have to be quick here. But other than that, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a three-point shot. Bradshaw now splits the defense, goes up, misses. Oh, she's fouled. Well, a bit of a delayed call there.
With the late call there, love how she manipulated the pick and roll, got to basket. That was big.
Well, Marchesotti is infuriated. I mean, it's definitely a foul. I've got no arguments with it because there's definite contact when Bradshaw went to the basket. But, you know, you can understand from the... Well, that's it. Marchesotti is fouled out of the game, and she is infuriated. It's the right call, though.
It was. It was the right call. I think maybe because it was late, she probably thought she got away with it.
Well, Bradshaw missed the free throw. And again, just when you need to step up. Well, trying to keep her composure now. And again, 32.4 seconds left. She makes this one. They're still in this game. They still got time to play defense down the other end, get a stop.
Yep, as we know with basketball, it's not over till it's over.
Missed them both. Well, Renee Bush now goes out of bounds. That's going to be Sevenoaks ball. Yep. Well, good hustle play there from the veteran.
As we said earlier, man, hustle, energy, effort can definitely pay dividends. And it's got them another chance.
Well, timeout now as Len Bush is going to speak with his players with 28.5 seconds left. Now, knowing how the Suns like to play, they like to shoot three-pointers. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it.
Yeah, I think there's always that decision at this point in the game to go for the easy two or to go for the three and potentially tie up the game. But I'd imagine the ball's going to be in Bush's hands.
Well, big possession. Now, you got to wonder, you know, the kind of offense he's going to set up. I mean, do you go to a pick and roll, a pick and pop, or just spread the floor? I mean, how do you think he's going to try and go about this?
I reckon he'll try to spread the floor, create as much options as possible, and they have a lot of players that can knock down shots.
Well, it's a big moment now here for the Sevenoaks Suns. Remember, trailing by 3 points, 28.5 seconds left. And they must go really for whatever option's best. I mean, you don't want to try and force it from the perimeter, but nonetheless, three-pointer gives them a chance.
It gives them a chance, and that's all you need in basketball. Sometimes that's all you can ask for.
Well, the Cardiff Met Archers have returned to the court. Lauren Saiki along with Shannon Hatch. Now, Marchesotti did foul out of the game, so she's not there no longer. But Isabel Bunyan having a big fourth quarter so far here. She has 18 points so far in the game. But no foul trouble in the game apart from Julia Kopp, who's got 4 fouls. As Aaron Bradshaw will inbound this one. Montecano wide open. Got it! Oh. Big time three-pointer! Wow!
Amazing.
No points in the second half until now. And let me tell you, it is Janice Montecano hour.
Yep, they used Bush to draw the eyes of the defense, and their eyes were focused on her, and Janice just popped out, calm, coolly, knocked down the big clutch three. She's back.
Well, you never leave a great player wide open. And let me tell you right now, Janice Montecano, one of the greatest in the WBBL.
We love to see it, and you can never count her out, as she has proven time and time again.
Well, this is going to be interesting now. 26.2 seconds left. You know, ideally, you want to dribble this one down for the last shot and go for the winner.
Right.
But again, defensively, for the Suns, you don't want to commit a foul and send them to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's difficult position to be in, and you just got to play smart and don't take any risks. Collectively, everyone's got to be locked in.
Well, this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. 26.2. I mean, ideally, who do you want to put the ball in the hands of right now if you're the Cardiff Met Archers?
Psyche. It's got to go in Psyche's hand, and she's got to make something happen.
Well, she's got 19 points so far in the game, but one thing I love about her game is she is one hell of a facilitator.
She really is. Very high IQ player. Very quick.
Well, Cardiff Met Archers now will inbound us with Isabel Bunyan. Bit of full court pressure here from the Sevenoaks Suns.
See if they can break that press.
And here's where the breakdown comes. They got the ball in the hands of Lauren Psyche. Psyche now here. Could we be headed into overtime? Psyche with a crossover. Caught in a bit of trouble, no options. Finds Shannon Hatch. Hatch now turns it over possibly. Well, now Suns, they got 2 seconds. Bradshaw's got to throw it up. Puts it up. Whoa, almost got it. And we are going into OT.
Too little, too late, but good job with the Suns defensively. Not gambling too tough, not giving up any fouls.
And again, the Cardiff Met Archers will be infuriated that they did not come up with a final shot there at the end of regulation. But credit, Janice Monicana, Superwoman, has come ready to play now.
She's done it again. She's done it again. She was quiet for most of the second half. But hey, when it came up, she knocked it down. She has that clutch gene.
Well, we'll be back in a minute and a half now for overtime. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to the OT interval tie game here. Thanks to Janice Monicana, 21 points in the first half, only 3 here in the second half. But that 3 points was enough to get them into OT. I mean, Nassim, she's been, in my mind, the MVP of this game.
Agreed. She's been an MVP. She carried them throughout the first half. Second half was a bit quiet, but came up when it mattered most. And I reckon they go to her in overtime as well. Differences with the Archers now is that they don't have their post presence, that dominant presence in Marchezotti. So let's see if the rest of the team can step up.
Well, later on this evening here at the Surrey Sports Park, the Leicester Riders are in town as they'll be taking on the Surrey Scorchers. But at the moment, you can forget about that because it's all about overtime.
Yep. The women are handling business right now.
Well, the Cardiff Met Archers will get the first possession. Isabel Bunyan trying to step back. A good ball reversal. Lauren Psyche down the middle. Splits the defense. Goes up. They can't get it. Bradshaw with the rebound. And now the Suns will try to push this one. Monicana pulls up from no man's land. Doesn't get it. Again, the rebound. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound other than Judah Fritz. Psyche now. Good ball reversal here from the Archers. Takes a hesitation. Isabel Bunyan with a finger roll. And as she breaks the first ice, and they usually say the first team that scores an OT usually is the team that goes on to win.
Hey, let's see if that remains to be true in this game. But that was a great move. I believe she faked the dribble handoff and just went and attacked the basket.
Well, Bradshaw just kicking out the cup, but Monicana keeping alive. 5 seconds left. Left wide open, takes it, and one more time. Well, you better get some kryptonite out because Superwoman is not letting this team lose.
Hey, as I said before, I knew they were going to go back to her, and she's delivering.
Well, Monicana becoming the key player right now putting herself in the argument for maybe MVP this season for the WBBL. Under the basket, left wide open. Missed a wide open layup. But again, they get their own rebounds. The ball is on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. And that will be possession back to Sevenoaks Suns. I mean, look, Sevenoaks gave away a wide open layup, but Cardiff got a wide open look, but still got the offensive rebound and gave it away.
They did. But just before that, it looked like Bradshaw may have just fouled Psyche. They didn't call it. Seeing Psyche fell to the floor, but hey, you need a bit of luck.
Well, tie ball game now. Suns with a chance to retake the lead here. Just under 3.5 to go. Bradshaw now coming off one screen, finding Montecana. Big three, doesn't get it. Bradshaw, the offensive rebound, tries to post up, gets rejected. And now it's a 3-on-2 here. Psyche, no look pass, transition, doesn't finish it.
She really loves that no look pass, but unfortunately no dice. I feel like she really thrives in transition though.
We'll find Bradshaw now, still a tie game, under 3 minutes. Couple finding Montecana. Janice fighting for it. Well, this time turns it over. Again, didn't see lack of communication there from the Suns players.
The Archers did a really good job denying post-entry passes and making it difficult.
Well, there's a wide open look from downtown, doesn't get it. The rebound now finally secured. Neither team able to get things going here. You kind of get the feeling the next team that's going to score here maybe will get the confidence to go on and win this one, but that could be changed.
Yep. This is where heart and grit really pay dividends because both teams are fatigued.
There's a pick apart now with Julia Koppel. Koppel now finds Montecana. One more time, puts the cape on, and Superwoman is taking this game over.
And you know it, nice post-entry pass. And the name, I feel like we've said the most, has shown up once again.
Well, Cardiff Met Archers took the early lead. But at the moment, Janice Montecana has really pegged back. Can't tie the game up. Good defensive play there. And now, Sevenoaks numbers. Bradshaw hesitates, gets rejected by Isabel Bunyan. But Judah Fritz comes up with a loose ball.
Bunyan with a big defensive statement there.
Big possession now. 1:30 to go here in OT. Renee Bush spins out, finds Koppel, big shot. Ices that one. And all of a sudden, Steph Collins finds her team down by 4 points. And she's got to call timeout now with 1:20 to go here in OT.
Brilliant. Good look probing by Bush. Finds Koppel for the baseline jumper. And she knocks it down.
What a game we have had here in the scene. This has been absolutely unbelievable.
Definitely one of the best WBBL games I've seen in a while. It's had everything. Comebacks, clutch shots, post play, three-point shooting, you name it, we've seen it.
I mean, I'm used to seeing teams come here to Surrey Sports Park and just get rolled over. Credit to Steph Collins, one hell of a basketball coach. But her team, you talk about some of the players, Abigail Yonker, Lauren Saiki, Mara Marchizotzi as well, Shannon Hatch. They've played one hell of a game right now.
They have. And my hat, hey, I take off my hat to them. They've done their thing. And there's still 1:20 left. We'll see if they got anything left in the tank.
Well, Isabel Bunyan now up to 20 points. Shannon Hatch 17 and Lauren Saiki 19 points. I mean, those are stats of a team that really are going to go far into the playoffs this season.
Oh, yeah, big facts. I really believe they could have used Marchizotzi, so it's unfortunate that she got fouled out because that could have been the difference in this game.
Well, big possession out here for the Cardiff Met Archers. They must get a score here emotionally and mentally to keep them within touching distance here of the Sevenoaks Suns.
Great. It's going to be a crucial possession for them.
Well, big play now. We're running 10 of the shot clock now. 5 here. Psyche's got to get something going. Pulls up 19 feet. In and out. Doesn't get it. It goes out of bounds. And that is going to be possession. Well, the officials just need to discuss this one. And Sevenoaks will get the ball.
That was a big decision, which could ultimately impact
Well, it doesn't mean game over, but again, it just means now that the Cardiff Met Archers have got to get a stop here. But your Sevenoaks, what do you do?
Sevenoaks have to take care of the ball. They get the ball up the floor very quickly, take care of it. Yeah, they need to get a good possession.
Well, they're putting on the full court pressure. It's Rene Bush, guarded by Lauren Psyche. Just trying to get this ball over the half court now.
See Psyche trying to speed up, look.
And there's a foul, so Rene Bush will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Smart play there from the veteran.
Agreed. Psyche is a very good ball pressure. Trying to speed up the ball handler, force her to make turnovers. Maybe got a little bit overzealous.
Well, big free throws now. So makes the first one. 5-point lead here for the Suns. Makes them both now 6 points. Now, if Cardiff get a 3-pointer here, it could be a big play for them. Well, there's a 3 way off the mark. Couple with the rebounds. And maybe the Suns just seeing the victory at the end of the tunnel, but, well, no turnover.
Right. Maybe the Suns got a little bit complacent, a little bit careless, because that's a possession they should have held on to. And once again, maybe fatigue is a factor in that respect.
Well, there's the backdoor play, finding Isabel Bunya. Good defense from Janice Monicana.
Guess who? Janice disrupting the play. And the entry pass there. 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, 28 points in the game, 7 of those coming in the second half. I mean, she's been phenomenal on the defensive end. And now they need a big stop here. Well, there's a dish off now. Under 10 the shot clock. Got to get something going. Tries a lob pass, finds Hatch. Hatch doesn't get it. And a hard foul there. So it's going to be Arian Bradshaw with 2 big free throws. 29.7 seconds left. This game looking more like it's going to go to the Suns.
Yep, when they're enough there. Of course, as we know with basketball, anything can happen, but it's going to be really difficult to come back, especially if she knocks down these 2 free throws.
Well, Aaron Bradshaw, as we mentioned, she has just been phenomenal so far in this game. She makes the first free throw. And again, you can see why she's such a big fan favorite here in the WBBL. She's now up to 20 points. Can seal this game with a good night with this free throw. Well, it doesn't get it. It's still a 7-point lead now. Well, Psyche pulls up the 3-point. The 3 is up. The 3 is no good. Bradshaw with a rebound. And she'll push this one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here in the Surrey Sports Park. The Cardiff Met Archers have played very hard. They've played some great basketball, but in the end, it will be Sevenoaks who come out with the victory. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside Nassim Bilal. We thank you for joining us, but in this one, Sevenoaks Suns are going to pick up the 3rd victory of the WBBL. We'll see you soon for more games.
Take care.
And 8 rebounds for Ralston. And 10 points.